heart healing is ugly and worthwhile work when your heart's been broken and potentially your trust in humans has been shattered. Um, when you have a deep heartbreak from someone you love, and generally being a sensitive soul in the world, it's hard because you feel like you've lost a piece of your soul. You feel like you've lost your soul. Your soul is fragmented. You're broken. It's hard to navigate. It's hard to catch your breath. It's hard to center your feet on the ground because you feel it so intensely and it's so so crushing and so destabilizing. But in this, you learn almost a different language, the language of the divine that speaks through your heart, that flows through your heart. And usually we need to have those painful heartbreaks or those earth shattering events, life changing events in our life to be destabilized in a way that we actually start to listen to the heart's intelligence and the divine intelligence, because most of us have been living only by mind, logic, ego, trying to gain power, trying to gain this and that from the outside. But it puts you in the necessary place to surrender your will to the divine will, to surrender your heart and let yourself be healed, cracked open, you're crying, you're grieving, you don't know what's happening. Maybe you're just in general getting beat up by life and you don't know what's going on. You feel totally lost to the world. Like you've all lost all sense of meaning, all sense of purpose. You don't feel supported. You feel angry. You can't trust anyone. And it is often in this exact place of rock bottom hell and hopelessness and losing everything in your life and having everything flip upside down, having nothing, that you find that interconnection, that you find that power, that you understand why you are doing this worthwhile and ugly work of finding the true raw core heart essence of your soul and understanding why you were put here. You have to have all those ego things ripped away. But it's a big cliche to talk about self-love and self-care, but it's an entirely different thing to really have to practice it in your life because you have no other choice. Because who else is going to be your own best friend? Who else is going to love you? Who else is going to pat you on the back and say, hey, you're doing a great job? And you really do need to learn to be your own motivational coach, your own best friend, your own, giving yourself pats on the back, speaking out loud, loving things to yourself, because in a lot of cases, there's no one else there who can do it. A lot of people in this world aren't emotionally mature in that way. They don't love themselves, so they don't really have the capacity to hold space for you or be there for you in a real way, in a supportive, uplifting way. But you literally feel like you're dying to this world. You feel like you're lost to the world, like you're descending into this deep black void abyss and you're gone, like you're literally not there anymore. But then you go in and you do that heart work and you excavate all that stuff, and then you're like, wow, I can't believe I came through this over however many months or years, and I'm coming out of this, I'm resurrecting and I'm finding my power again. I'm understanding why I needed to do that. I needed to strip away the ego stuff. I needed to strip away my attachment issues, my pain, whatever the original abandonment was from your family or whatever. Childhood traumas, you realize God is always there for you and you're always there for you. And you pulled yourself out of that hell, and then you realize there's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that you can't achieve if you can live through those worst heartbreaks of your life, where you feel like you lost yourself, you lost your soul, you're fragmented, and build yourself up with nothing but you, nothing but that spark inside your heart. And then you're realizing the raw core heart of existence, the raw core heart of what is really the fuel of my existence? What is the fuel of my life? What's a sustaining eternal fuel, which is in your heart? And you usually find that when you're in the deep, dark hell and you're calling on God, you're calling on the divine. And then you realize then after you heal from that, you're approaching life from a space of wealth, because you're finding your own power, you're filling your own cup, you're loving yourself. You're not needy, you're not extra codependent, you're not expecting everything from everyone else. And you're humbled, really. You're put in your place and you realize how precious life is, how precious love is. You realize you never want to go back to that place. But now you have the tools to help people out and pull them out of their unique hells. And now, as a healer, you've been equipped to begin the mission, to begin the path. And now you can really help others, because there's no lying, there's no hiding the fact that you've been through hell, you've been through these exact things that other people are coming to you for guidance on. Because they can feel it. People can feel it when you've really lived these experiences. You're not just talking the talk, you're walking the walk, you're embodying it. And then you're going to help so many people after you've been through those initiations as a healer. And it's the best feeling in the world to be like, wow, I really do love myself. I'm proud of what I've done. I'm proud of who I've become. There's no more regret. There's no more shame. There's no more beating yourself up. And you realize your mistakes. You realize, yeah, I wish I could get that back. I wish I could do that better. I wish I could have one more closure conversation with that person. I wish I didn't act that way. I wish I wasn't immature and childish, and I wish I didn't act from pain. And I want to let this off me, and I want to let this resentment off me, this pain that I've been carrying because it's too heavy of a weight, and I can't carry it anymore because it's impeding my life. Resentment of people from the past, or resentment of anger at the world from being hurt or broken or this or that. That takes so much courage to learn to trust people again, to have faith in love and continually open your heart, even when you've been broken so many times. And we reform in something so brand new that you can't even envision what it's going to be. You can't even envision what the new you is going to be. You have to give that up to the higher power, give that up to God, the divine, and you'll be transformed into something that you can't even imagine. Far greater, far more power, with an eternally sustaining power, because now you're tapped into your heart. And most people in this world are not living from their heart. So it takes courage to open your heart and do this work when you don't have a lot of support. You don't have a lot of encouragement. A lot of people, they don't even speak that language. They don't even know this realm of things. So thank you for doing this work, and I know there's better things on the horizon for you.